I have known Skippko and the fabulous work it does since 2008, when I came across the organisation at an outreach event at Seacroft Library, where I was looking at ways of engaging people with local history, the artefacts and collections held by Leeds museums and galleries, and how to capture people's own fascinating personal stories. I discovered through chatting to the team that Skippko had so much experience of working alongside people and harnessing their creativity, teaching new skills and sharing existing ones, and nurturing people's talents in a safe environment. I just felt an immediate connection with what we were trying to achieve and what they were already doing so brilliantly, and a partnership was born. Skipco has done so many projects across Leeds, bringing communities together in a special and unique way, as well as establishing a regular programme of activities to keep people connected. When I retired from Leeds Museums and Galleries, I was honoured to be asked to become a trustee for Skipco. This has meant I can still meet many of the people whose lives have been touched by involvement with what I think many call the Skipco family. I hope to remain with Skippko over the coming months as we go towards new horizons, building on existing relationships and fostering new ones, inspiring creativity and joy in the arts and everyday life. Thank you.
To me, that's the important thing. I like the social aspect, and that's what I like about Skipko because it's all social. We're doing things, particularly for me, doing stuff that I've perhaps not done for a long time, or I'm learning things for new. And having been down there, it's like we were painting stones one time, and I thought, this is fascinating. I haven't done that in ages past. I remember when I was a kid, I used to go and collect stones off the beach, and we'd decorate them and put on our steps at home as children. You know, here I am, almost 70. I'm doing it now. And I didn't know how to take black and white photographs with my camera. And I was determined to find out for myself because they were taking black and white cameras with theirs. So I went home and I experimented, doing all sorts of things with my camera. I couldn't figure it out. And then one day I did. And the first thing I'd done when I come back from the next is I told Nikki and Sally, yeah. Told her, I've done it. I found out how to do it, I was determined to show them that I'd done it. And they were amazed, yeah. I'd learned on my own, how to do this. And I was so happy for myself.
My journey with Skipco began with In the Waiting Room, which coincided with whatever that thing is called that we all went through, COVID. And it was so fantastic to be part of this wonderful cohort of artists during that period when we were all stuck at home, but we regularly met. And we were so well supported by Skipco and allowed, we were given some money to make our own art as well, which is fantastic. And then after that, coming back into the Home from Home project, where we actually made Room 50 our base, and people came to it, which was, again, another wonderful experience. And we've created some very surreal pieces of theatre in our performing and making group, which is what you do when you bring theatre into the realm of visual arts. And we've done Abundance, and we've done Escapism, and now we're doing Hats. So, looking forward to it. Get ahead, get a hat. Thank you, Skipco.
We really enjoyed our sessions with Skipco, and thank you for all you do for bringing people together and communities together and getting us to think, firstly about our mothers, that project um, that we did, the first project that we did, and to think about their history and all the different things they did for us and for other people. And then also the one about the NHS and the pandemic. It brought us together, and I think it really did us good in the year after the lockdowns to get together and to discuss what we'd been through, what happened in the country, and how it affected people. So thanks a lot, Skippko.
Keep doing the unusual and the intriguing. Step out of the expected and keep being quirky. The practitioners deliver sessions with an open welcomeness to create without pressure to be skilled or produce to a strict remit. I really enjoy when we put things together as a group, all contributing something to the bigger offering. It turns out better and different.
So I'm finding this very inspiring. So I'm really grateful for Skippko for organising these research events, because I think it brings a new dimension to creativity, because you've got a relationship with the subjects and how you interpret those subjects, which I find very inspiring. I think I found that easier than actually just painting a picture from whatever I choose to imagine. In other words, I think I prefer a guideline to how we will go about our next project. And so I found that a lot very inspiring with Skippko. So I'm very grateful for that.
The volunteers and workers create a lovely atmosphere, make you feel included, important, and extremely welcoming. They're so encouraging. It's become a very important part of my life as I'm not from the area and don't have old friends to socialise with.
Skippko has been a breath of fresh air and a never-ending supply of inspiration and ideas to try. Meeting new people and growing in confidence and being heard is very important. We have explored many different art and craft projects, resulting in delight in being able to make such things. Lots of great ideas were shared at the sharing day to try in the future.
So I first joined Skippko as a volunteer on a project with Kath and adults with learning disabilities called Links. At that time, I didn't know this kind of work existed, and needless to say, I loved it. There was an open call for artists to join Skippko's freelance pool, and Kath suggested I apply. I'd studied fine art and got into animation in order to use a wide variety of art forms, and here was a job that allowed that. But the main learning for me has been how to work with groups of people to build confidence and self-esteem and nurture skills. Seeing this happen time and time again, and especially over the last 3 years in the home-to-home projects, makes my journey with Skippko an incredibly positive experience.
Being able to be part of Skippko's projects independently as a group has made us feel part of something bigger. Seeing our creations displayed with other groups and individuals has made us feel part of a bigger community conversation. It has allowed us to express feelings and thoughts without words and given us space to think. We have felt supported by Skippko and look forward to joining in with their projects in the future.
I've worked with Skippko for about 18 years now. I started with them not long after I finished my fine art degree, which I did later on in life. It's just a fantastic organisation to work for. It's quite unique in the way that we're always paired with another artist, which enables us to bounce ideas around together and work out ways of following through our ideas with the groups. We've had some amazing artworks created by the different groups over the years, and just seeing what they get out of being part of the Skippko process is just fantastic. Cass' organisational skills are just amazing, and quite how she copes with us all, I just never know. And it's also lovely having the support of Arthur and the trustees behind us. Skippko are my artist family, and I just love being part of it.
Very supportive atmosphere with time to chat. So even though the artwork was central, the benefits stretched beyond that.
You wear a mask without realising it, which is hiding hurt, sadness, anger, loneliness, bullying and frustration. It covers the darkness within your soul. Then a lifeline is handed out when you least expect it. Come and join under the canopy. It will be good for you. The first session, you are quiet, taking all in, listening, joining in when you feel able. You leave feeling your spirit is lighter. You keep plodding on until the next session. You can do it. You can. Then a memory comes into my head from our group. Try and relax. Draw. Make time for yourself. Or even have an early night. It will help. Lift the darkness away. You feel safe in bed and it gives you time to recharge. Daylight will bring joy to see your friends at under the canopy soon.
Skippko is outstanding, caring, supportive, and much more. Skippko has kept me going in very difficult times. It is a playtime for adults where you are respected, valued, and cared for. It has given me confidence to find a part-time job at Leeds Trinity University. Keep up the excellent work. I love all my groups.
I've been a Skippko freelancer for over 13 years. I absolutely love coming to work. Whatever I put in, I get back. So I'm never empty. I'm always full. And that's a good feeling. A really good feeling. A feeling of belonging and being part of something special, something very special. Skippko is extraordinary. My fellow artists are extraordinary. The people I work with are extraordinary. And the artworks created are extraordinary. Skippko is about everyone. Everyone matters. So a massive thank you to you, Skippko.
Skippko took me from a lot of mental pain that I was going through at the right time. They took me to another level with my photography. Although I'll never be a professional, the pictures I take now are more pleasing to the eye. Having said that, I still have lots to learn, and I hope with Skippko's future help, I can achieve that.
Definitely, there's some things they weren't happy about, but others, yeah, I think they enjoyed it, and they were really encouraged by the booklets. They loved it. Yeah, oh, look at that, that's my work, yeah, and they were really happy about it. Yeah, I think they enjoyed it.
How did you feel about the book?
Oh, I thought it was wonderful.
And your work in it?
I mean, some of it I thought, well, perhaps I could have done that better. And I've seen other people's work. I thought, well, that's really good. Maybe I could have done that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Well, you always look at your own work and think, well, I don't know, maybe I could have done that a bit better. I mean, some of the pictures I took, I was disappointed they weren't in there. You know, that I could have had a whole book for myself, I suppose, if I really wanted to. And maybe I should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can in time.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I think my mental health is perhaps improved somewhat. I do struggle sometimes that loneliness was once an issue with me.
Personally, Skipco has provided an outlet for creativity, provides a safe space and an ideal way for networking and socialising.
Where do I begin? The place that has helped me feel safe, where I belonged. My journey at Skippko has been a positive life changer. After having a nervous breakdown, not wanting to live anymore, not receiving the help I needed from mental health professionals, NHS mental health services constantly rejecting doctors' referrals, I wouldn't leave my house. I didn't feel safe in the world outside. I struggled, spent days and months in bed, shutting myself off from the world, not wanting to eat or talk to anyone. Fast forward in time, my friend told me about Skippko. At first I was anxious, shaking like a leaf. It didn't take long for me to feel I belonged. Kath, Anne and Matthew made me feel welcomed and at ease. I've learnt so much from being in nature, making notes in my little black book, continuing drawing flowers, etc. at home. Under the Canopy has made me realise being around nature helps me feel at ease. Listening to the birds, hugging trees, appreciating everything that is around me. Feeling safe when the taxi picks me up and brings me home safely. That's helped me leave my house. My inner child was coming out, having a giggle just like a schoolgirl, feeling happy whilst I'm there and continuing the things we've learned under the canopy at home. I feel At ease, I can breathe. I feel normal for the time I'm there. Feeling excited about our sessions, Anne and Matthew have changed the way I see life for the better. Eating together with other like-minded people, normally I would only eat one meal a day. The Skippko journey has been my medicine. They have played a massive part in my recovery. I have a long way to go, but being part of Skippko, I don't feel alone. It's given me a purpose to carry on. I belong. I matter. I can do this with the guidance of kind-hearted people. Many thanks.
Well, I think what I quite like about coming along to that is sharing my story, because I think that Skippko have been so helpful to me and enabled me not only to develop as an artist, but also to survive as a person. And I'm telling you this, it's been tough. It has been really, really tough. And for us, it was something, because Chris did do photography, I could happily take him along and he could be in a small way part of it, which was nice for him. So they got to know him as well. What I mean by that, it allows you to relax and be yourself, even if it's just for half an hour. So, I mean, I got an awful lot of help from the NHS. I can't thank them enough for the help that they gave me. And towards the end, for the last few years, I got help in daily, and latterly all night as well. But the daytime help, when he was being looked after and dressed and what have you, I just used to disappear out in the garden and be that creative person I wanted to be. And without me going along to Skippko, that would not have happened. It wouldn't have. And for that, I'm forever grateful that they just made it, made it possible.
Being part of Skippko means the world to me. Skippko were the first arts organisation to take me on when I left teaching and began freelance work 15 years ago. I have grown up professionally and personally with the team, and their patience, knowledge, skills, sense of humour and understanding has got me through a lot, particularly during the last few years as I have navigated the continuation of my creative practice alongside debilitating health challenges. I am incredibly proud of the work that we do together and the way in which we do it. There's nowhere else quite like Skippko.
It just gives me a clearer head, and I just feel like I'm ready to kind of deal with everything again. Like, if I'd have squashed in a load of paperwork in the morning instead, and then done an appointment, and then done whatever else, I just end up shattered and burnt out, and it's hard to remember to take that time for you. That we need to. I advise people of it all the time, but it's hard to remember to do it myself, and to actually kind of go, right, no, stop. But it just gives me, I don't know, I think I explained it before, is I feel like I can just take a big breath and just kind of go, right, okay, what are we doing? Like, we've got panto rehearsals, we've got this group to go to, we've got this meeting, we've got that, but I'm more energized, ready to do it. And then I feel more productive, I think, because it's almost filtered out some of the stuff to then give you a clear head to go, right, okay, now crack back on. Because you can't stop. I can't stop what I'm doing. I can delay it, and I can kind of give myself some nice stuff in between, but inevitably all the stuff I've got to do it all needs doing. Just I can have a breather first and then get on with it.
So something about creating space for the other stuff.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, and just giving myself time to stop and breathe and be me, I guess, as well, is the big part of it. I'm not just mum. I'm me. And you don't always get people that understand what you're going through. And you can't always just say to anybody, this is hard, or this, like they just go, oh, it must be hard, and you think, you have no idea. But genuinely, most of the people at the group are either carers or caring in some capacity. There's some element of care there, or people that have gone through like mental health issues themselves, which is my kind of other thing that I've got going on. And they just get it, and they've just got that time to kind of, I don't even know, we just all exist around each other doing these happy things. But if somebody's particularly struggling that week, then somebody might come up and give them a hug, or say, oh, do you want this, or do you want me to get you a drink from the cafe, or do you know, just like, I don't know, everybody just looks after each other.
I really enjoy attending Skippko events. The monthly art group is a relaxed and supportive environment where everyone is valued and encouraged to participate. I am semi-retired and spend a lot of time caring for family members. The art group means a lot to me as it is one of the few times that I get to socialise in a creative space, which is really important to my health and well-being.
Skippko, what can I say? What you have done for me is what I've been searching for all my life. Someone who takes care of me from the moment I leave my home. As the protective layers begin to slip away, I feel like a VIP. My beating heart steadies as I walk into your warm embrace. An environment like no other, away from hustle bustle, serene beneath a canopy of greenery. Hands made busy, minds given space, to create alone or together with my newly made family, my new friends. You helped me find me. I don't know when, but you did. You reached my soul and nurtured it with soup and Matthew's hot concoctions surprise. With stories that carry you to the lands where forgetting feels gentle. Who cares for the invisible carer? Skippko, Skippko. The one hidden beneath many layers, the one who wears many hats, the one no one sees, yet you do. Time flies with Skippko, longing sets in as you leave, hoping next session won't be too far away. How I need you, Skippko, Skippko, my caring, nurturing friend. Thank you.
My journey with Skippko began back in 2009 when Kath called me up and invited me to be a token drama worker on a single project. Something must have clicked because all these years on, I am still a part of the Skippko family, and it's a really special family to be a part of. The people, the work, the ethos, the support, the sense of community, they're all things that we can't take for granted as freelance artists. Over the years, I've learned so much about myself as an artist, about my professional practice, about my ability to branch out and do visual arts, which I love, about the creativity and the potential for creativity across the art forms that we all have within us. It's a wonderful family to belong to, and it's one that I hope I stay part of forever.
Bermontoft's community friends members had a wonderful time working with Skippko. They cannot wait to work with them again.
I moved to Leeds 8 years ago, not knowing anyone apart from my daughter and family. I was introduced to Skippko by Avsed in Rawdon. The Skippko coordinators were very welcoming and made my contribution feel valued. Projects I have been involved with have been wide-ranging: pottery, art and craft, drama, poetry, writing reflecting on memories. Being part of Skippko has allowed me to make connections with a whole range of ages and participants, and because we have regular meetings, as it has become an important part of my life. Without the funding for these projects, including the much valued transport, I would not be able to get to Skippko. I am an 88-year-old widow, and Skippko has brought laughter, companionship, and joy into my life and challenged me. I would like to say to all the organisers who run the projects a heartfelt thank you.
Without Skipko's friendly and welcoming encouragement, I could well see some of these attendees would be sitting at home feeling stuck and purposeless, lonely, trapped and claustrophobic. I hope Skippko gets sufficient funding and support to continue its good work.
It wasn't hard to say yes to an invite from Arthur and Kath to consider joining Skippko as a trustee when I retired. Having worked in the third sector for many years, I had always enjoyed an exciting and positive relationship with Skippko, who brought their unique creative arts to the world of supporting unpaid carers. I didn't know a huge amount about arts organisations before I became involved and joined the Skippko family, but I have learned so much since. I am full of admiration and I am in awe of the extent of their work and their commitment to the people they work with. And that admiration continues. A journey I'm glad I started and hope to continue.
Sally and Nikki are the most amazing people on the planet. They really are truly wonderful.
So bringing that back to Skippko, because I come here and I feel so relaxed, and some of the things I do, I also take it back home and I introduce them to my brothers and say, look, let's have a go at this. And then they have, so whatever I'm learning, they're learning too. So whatever experience I take out and I also bring back, but it has an impact on all of my family, not only my brothers, but my children, my husband. So by actually Kath organising the taxi for us, you feel so special. You know, it's like I'm giving so much for my brothers, for all the things I do, the amount of money I save the government. And, you know, and you don't always feel that valued or respected. So by having a taxi come to pick me up, you know, it feels that I've got some respect back. I've got someone valuing me for what I do. So it makes you feel really good. So when when I started coming at the beginning, I used to be very nervous coming on my own in taxi, and I used to say to Kath, you know, I don't like coming in taxi on my own, and she'd say, well, you could park out here, and again for me, parking somewhere in a different environment, I'm always nervous because for the amount of time I've had my brothers, I've had to go pick them up, and I've had to park, you know, because of the behaviours and stuff, and I'd been clamped and had to pay on the spot. So there's that fear for me. So she says, no, don't worry, you know, we'll look into this. And then I found that there was other people that live quite near me that I encouraged to come and says, oh, sounds really amazing. I've had things come through post and I've done things online, but I want to go. Would you want to come with me? So I had 3-4 people come and share a taxi because it was going to benefit them and I knew it was going to benefit me. So then again, it collectively we're coming together. But not only that, when you're sat in a taxi, because you're all of the like-mindedness, you're all carers, you all have different roles that you're playing, but yet we all feel the same. So as we're coming down, we're offloading on each other. So we're already starting to offload and get hang of where our difficulties are, and then start to relax right before we even enter the door. And then when you get here, you get so welcomed that you're offered hot drinks. You know, and people are so polite. All of the members of staff are so polite and so respectful. You know, it's like you come into a new family.
You do some really good work. Have a great couple of days. Bye.